Some people have asked for a Hogger over-explain, and it's been a while since I did my Hogger guide, which I believe is one of the first videos, if not the first video, that I uploaded to Grubby HotS on YouTube. So let's talk about Hogger. He changed quite a bit since his release. Gonna mute game sounds for a bit. And let's talk about the various different builds that you can go for. Build number 1 that you can play is the most standard and basic and safe. On the prowl, Hogger's Joggers. You're gonna go with Dense Blasting Powder, Shockwave, Pummel, Kablooey, and Anger Management. Now, why is this build good and how does it work? This one gives you healing regen. Hogger's Rage deteriorates over time when you're not generating any. If you're not hog wilding and you're not auto-attacking, then you're losing rage after a few seconds. It takes 3 seconds and it rapidly decays. What On the Prowl does is it takes those 3 seconds where you're not decaying yet, where you have some rage, then you click this, then after 1 second the first tick of rage comes in and it cancels and pauses the decay and it builds it up 30 plus. So if you finish a creep camp at 50 rage, or you finish a team fight at 50 rage, you take 2 steps, then you press On the Prowl, then you mount up, and then you arrive with 80 rage on your new destination 13 seconds later, because you again have 3 seconds after the On the Prowl 8 seconds. So 13 seconds later you still have rage and more than you began with, which is much better than always arriving with 0. Rage gives you hog wild damage and CDR. The second one is Hogger's Joggers, bonus healing, bonus movement speed, enough said. Dense Blasting Powder adds a dimension of play to Hogger that is previously not available. Normally you don't have poke, with this one you have poke. It does mean you have your Q available less often for staggering blow, for stuns, but it's the easiest way to play him where you do pokes without hard committing yourself to go in. Shockwave will be used to follow up on your tank to blow someone up. Pummel is the best 13 by far, you should almost never consider any others, maybe you can go Dust Devil. At 16 you get better dynamite explosions, and then at 20 you tie it all together with even more healing from your rage, even more damage on your hog wild. The second build you can go for is still in a rage at 1. You should actually almost never, I want to say you should probably never deviate from rage at level 1. Level 4 has a cool alternative though. You can go for the hog wild talent that gives you more rage and a thicker hog wild. I haven't found it to be super necessary, but it is not a wrong talent. The other level 4 is a bit iffy. You get bonus auto attack damage and you get a loot horde that deals more damage and is thrown from further. This is not really very important and you should probably not take this. It's better to have movement speed and healing. At 7, a valid alternative talent is Garbage Fire. You should probably combine this with Hordepult because those will both burn and slow, which is nice. You could do Garbage Fire without Hordepult. It's still alright. This one adds a lot of wave clear. It adds ranged CC, ranged damage. Makes it a bit more threatening, and it's kind of strong for your combo when you put a loot horde down and then you staggering blow someone into it. Okay, I don't have enough time to go over the rest of the builds. I am going to go look at this composition and see, okay, what am I going to be going for? Well, always On the Prowl. Usually when a game starts, I check, is it a Seeing Red, a Dense Blasting, or a Garbage Fire game? How effective do I think a stationary slow will be on opponents? That's the first question I ask. If I think it is quite effective, then I will get it. If it wouldn't be effective, I would not get it. Then the second question I ask, is Dense Blasting Powder good? Is constantly poking them with some dynamite something that's going to be effective? Will it pressure their healer? Will it be a valuable slow setup against them? If I think it is going to be valuable, then I take that. And finally, I'll take Seeing Red if I take none of the above. Sometimes I do ask myself, should I go Seeing Red as a baseline question without first discarding the others? Seeing Red gives you more hog wilds, more staggering blows, and faster attack speed. This is very valuable. However, you cannot get a lot of attack speed if the opponent has a lot of blinds or auto attack slows. So Muradin is a bit of a threat when it comes to auto attacks, so is Brightwing. And then Zeratul is hard to auto attack often because he doesn't usually stay around very long. And then there is Sonya and Tassadar, they're pretty auto attackable. Hogger's basic combo is throwing a loot horde and then staggering someone against it. Nice quick hog wild. Nice quick camp.
I grant you a talent.
I'm gonna go for Hogger's Joggers. This is a safe choice. Now it's time to go top and catch the wave. So now I press 1. So you see my rage generate. Sonya's coming. Cass. You're muted, Cass. Or maybe she's keeping quiet because I'm making a YouTube video. Possible, possible too. So do I go for seeing red? More Hog Wilds and more auto attack damage? That's the question. And I think...
Need some help over here.
Let's see. Dense blasting powder. Pokes is not super useful here. I'm gonna go with seeing red this game. Don't need help, don't need help. Go somewhere else. Thank you. He needed help, but I decided to join. Dana, I don't need help. I'm an independent hogger. We have to interrupt. Okay. I go bottom then. Is this a shockwave game or a Hordepult? Generally, I use Hordepult in order to counter backline stationary heroes. Sonya is still bot. And I use Hordepult for backline stationaries. Like if I want to go for white main, if I want to go for a Tassadar. If I think we're a kill the frontline composition. Then, oh, okay, we got the Z, that's good. Then we can just leave.
Okay.
I guess I'll do one more wave.
Yep.
I'll go defend this. Yeah, I go garbage fire and Hordepult when the enemy has some static backliners. In this case, they only have one static backliner Tassadar, and our DPS is Raynor, Jaina, who are most likely just going to be burning the front line. This is why I am not going garbage fire Hordepult. Instead I'm doing shockwave so I can kill their front line with a shockwave. We need someone bot. So as Hogger, this is his best map. As Hogger and Infernal Shrines is also really good. I don't need help. He really wants to take it fast. As Hogger, you want to take the camp on cooldown to put mid lane pressure, which controls the objective. Spins are probably the hardest part to get right with Hogger. It kind of needs feeling, but I recommend taking quick cast off for E if you're generally a quick cast gamer. I am a quick cast gamer, I turn it off for E and it helps me to do the planning and it helps teach me how the game generally expects my character to move. W is an instant detonation when you hit it on someone. All of Hogger's abilities have a wind-up, therefore can be interrupted. This includes Staggering Blow, Shockwave, Hordepult, Hog Wild, everything. Dynamite is probably the fastest cast, but also the least impactful.
You deserve this talent. My spells will aid you.
Okay, they have a Hogger camp now pushing while we are trying objective. This means we should leave.
Whoa. Nice.
Nice job, Cass.
Good job. Can defend me. Nice.
Very nice. We got the objective. We have to defend mid. Looks like Tyrael couldn't get out, but he got some damage on the wall, so that's really nice. If you get really good, you can spin exactly where you want very comfortably all the way to another lane. Sometimes it's luck, but you can also scientifically approach it and just have like a map and a direction and a position on every location on the map, and then learn how that works. Okay, 3 here, I think that's okay. Push both hard. We have very fast attack now. I think the strongest is seeing red. Dense blasting powder is the easiest. And garbage fire is the specialist pick. Okay, we got black hole out of them at least. We can go back now, right? We are 5, but we really don't need to do this deep. They're low, but again, we don't need to. And we should probably just take this.
You may select a talent.
Okay, now let's talk about the level 13 talents. We didn't get a chance to do it yet. Level 13, Pummel, when you connect with people, they get slowed more and they get their spell power reduced. Spell power reduction means they do less spell damage and they do less spell healing, which is basically everything, right? So they heal less. This is really powerful and it should be your go-to every time. Wow, they came with 5 mids, which means they are not aware that we're taking boss, and also we're not taking boss anymore.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. It's Avatar. Okay, I'm safe. Oh. Yeah, I guess we're pushing. Nope. Oops. No, I drew a lot of my team's resources because I did way too risky stupid. But they saved me, I'm thankful. Next Hogger camp available in 10. I'll just go set up already. It was a very nice sanct and so on. I shouldn't be drawing resources like that, so shame on me. Can anyone make it top? Yes. So let's talk about level 13 alternatives. Level 13 alternatives. I sometimes go Dust Devil against the full auto attack team. If I'm against Tychus and Raynor and Thrall, I'm picking Dust Devil because they have so much auto attack damage that spell power really isn't the biggest of deals. And getting like 50 armor can be like a really nice change up for you to be a lot more aggressive with your Hog Wilds. And really just tank their damage to a degree that they do not expect. Never go Bloodthirst. This is a grief talent in my opinion. It's not good enough to heal yourself for a little bit with some random stuff when you could be reducing the enemy damage big time. At level 16, I usually these days like Headbanger. The build that I have right now is my favorite. Headbanger gives 8% percentage damage. So you hit someone into a wall harder. They also stun for longer, which is good, and you get the CDR from the level 7. But if you went dense blasting powder, you should get kablooey. You should never go berserker. I'm dead, it's okay. That was an int.
Okay.
Just let me go. Sorry.
No problem.
Then never get Berserker, never get Bloodthirst, and never get Brute Force. But every other Hogger ability is good. Oh, Journeyman Cooking, you should probably never ever take it. It leads you to do a very stupid gameplay that constantly has you seek out PvP. And this is not good because Hogger is extremely good at taking Bruiser and Siege Camp. A lot of people take this, I know why, it's for quests, but it's so grief for the Hogger playstyle. I like to quest Storm League wins rather than questing some HP and Storm League losses. I don't know about you, but you should start seeing wins and losses as a quest as well. Bones to Null is extremely niche. And it has no synergy with your Dust Devil because armor doesn't stack. We should go defend. That's the combo. You can shockwave someone, and then you can. Oh, he's inting for it, right? Oh, they got it.
Oh.
It's fine.
I tried.
Yeah, you did. It's a fine. We wiped them. It won't do anything most likely. If someone defends top. So you can either shockwave and then put a trait behind them and then staggering them, or you can open with a staggering and then shockwave. That's your big stun combo, and it is very strong. Every auto attack generates rage, every wall stun generates rage. And every time I'm not doing auto attacks or Hog Wild, I'm considering pressing 1 before I leave an area. Auto attacks do more damage than Q, but you can weave in a Q between auto attacks on stationary targets.
Whoa.
Saved.
Nice.
I think we can kill them all. I'm gonna spin after them. Nope, I spun wrong. Okay, we'll take. Spin says, not today. Spin says you're taking boss. Once you have the level 7 with auto attack, you don't spin for points anymore until enemies come. You can just set up a perfect spin by making sure the vertical lines overlap, and then when they contest, you're in a non-stop, uncontrollable state of spinning that does spell power reduction, damage slow, and keeps you unstoppable. And you've got the healing buff, so pretty much they cannot contest boss point like that, unless they have some kind of like, I don't know, devouring maw. He was left behind, that means we can go for keep. The next boss is available in 35 seconds. Next objective, 30 or more. From the announcement it's 30 seconds. Now you can choose, are you looking to percentage damage people? Are you looking to make them vulnerable? Do we already have someone that does that? He does not, so I'm gonna go Power Spike. More rage is always good. Anger management is your safe choice. No control is your unsafe choice. I like no control a lot into Zeratul, but it's also potentially risky. And I don't feel like I need to take a risk this game. Okay, this is dead. We can now leave. We can take their Hogger camp without risk. We can. We have this and we have this. One dead. It's just a deny. We're not really looking to hard push with this. We're looking at boss, we're looking at our own Hogger camp, we're looking at objective. We should probably just start the objective. I think we have enough of a level window to just start it without splitting off into boss.
Fujina's not here.
Yep. But we are a talent up and a storm talent up at that. the best strategy for them would be to farm 20 and then kill us after we win the objective. If they're fighting now, that's really risky for them. This is a pretty good spin angle that you can fairly reliably do. Anytime you spin here like this, you're gonna get like kind of a permanent triangle spin, and it's really good zoning and protection for this objective location. Keep in mind that the arrows are slightly liars. Anytime the arrow says you're gonna veer off course, it's probably not that spin you're gonna veer off course, but the spin after that. So then you can mentally prepare that the next spin will be off course. It's a big black hole. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna go after Sonya now. And that's probably game, but we'll see how that goes. Let's push out top wave as well. I'm gonna go top with a spin in case I get ganked and I'm unstoppable.
We can finish, maybe. It will
Yep.
just take one more.
I think if we push both mid and top in, then it's guaranteed victory. Let's see, we see they only have 2 Protoss alive. Mid keep is dying, top keep is dying. We have the armor debuff and with the armor debuff, and we have rage from Shockwave, and we have CDR on Shockwave, so that's pretty cool.
Good work. Let's keep it up.
Shockwave, Loot Horde, Staggering Blow, Dynamite. GG, well played.
We are victorious.
Then if you go for the rage, you can get 150 rage instead of 100, which gives you more Hog Wild damage. It gives you more healing from your On the Prowl, 50% more of the healing, which is also amplified via your level 4. And that's pretty cool too. That more rage also means more Hog Wilds, more Staggering Blows, and more Easy Throw Dynamites. So again, yeah, Anger Management safest, Power Spike is the biggest burst, and No Control is insane. Now, a small word on how to use No Control. No Control spins to all available enemies nearby for a period of 5 seconds with an untalented Hog Wild that does draw extra damage from rage. It's untalented in that it doesn't do spell armor debuff, spell power debuff I should say. It doesn't do a slow, and it doesn't do the thicker Hog Wild from level 4. It's still a Hog Wild in the sense that it does bonus damage from the rage that you have baseline, right? So if you go for No Control, it is actually best used on a mobile enemy that is alone. Kind of like Malthael's Die Alone talent. You're gonna wanna, let's say a Zeratul is poking at you and you No Control him, and he tries to blink away with one blink, not the double blink, that's too far away most likely, but just a single blink. You're gonna follow him, stick to him like glue, and just kill him like in a nest of angry bees that has been woken and attacking the intruder. No Control is best also on clumped up enemies. Because it bounces to all of the 5 clumped up enemies, it hits everyone non-stop for max damage. That's insane. So it's worse against widely spread enemies that are not together, because you will ping pong to one, travel time, no damage, you're getting hit, travel time to the next, no damage, you're getting hit, a little bit of damage on them, go to the next. So try to use it on clustered enemies that are getting CC'd or on singular enemies. You can't interrupt this. Just like you can't steer your original Hog Wild, but you can stop it, this one is unsteerable, and also you can't stop it. That's why it's called No Control. So it's kind of like a gambit to get back in the game, or it's to secure a game, or it's specifically used in drafts where you think that's going to be good. Hope you enjoyed this over-explained Hogger game and guide. Good luck and have fun in your games.